Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin. I may have went a little late on the
Were you? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, let me try that again. Welcome to the UglyMugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
All right, we're still getting this all set. We think the camera is good this time. We think. We hope.
We hope. I charged it up, did a test on it, lasted 2.5 hours before it died. It should last this.
It still doesn't want to let us have it charge while streaming, but it let us do it our first stream. That's the weird thing. So,
well, I mean, the first stream was only an hour. It's fine.
But it still let us charge. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
So,
okay. What was last week's movies?
Cutthroat Island and Hudson Hawk.
Hawk.
So this week I went with, first of all, I went with my cool Batman mug that I got from Six Flags. Sadly, not dishwasher safe.
I mean, something that precious. Would you want it to be?
I mean, my dishwasher doesn't like throw my dishes around.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm doing 8 o'clock coffee. I'm doing their original. I like it. It's pretty good,
but
it's a lot lighter than I expected, so I put too much cream and sugar.
Oh.
Now, I've got a whole pot downstairs, so the next cup I won't put as much cream and sugar. But I'm definitely going to dial back on both because this became like a sweet drink.
Sweet drink?
I didn't want it to be a sweet drink.
No sweet drink.
No. And you have something that my brother is nice enough to give to you.
It is sun-brewed Lipton tea.
Yes.
And with only one spoon of sugar. Okay. I was actually very skeptical on the idea of sun-brewed tea in general. And I like it. It's a different taste.
So he's got this big glass pitcher. It looks like a mason jar. And it's got like a pour spout. And he puts like, I think he said like 15 tea bags. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
Oh, it tastes strong.
It's huge. Well, and he said this one's weak compared to what he normally does.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, my mom's boyfriend bitches that he makes the tea too strong and adds water to his cups of tea. But it's like this huge mason jar thing that he sets out in the sun and just lets it brew. And then he was finishing it up when I went over there, so we threw some in a bottle for you, and I brought it over.
Appreciate you.
So you like it, though?
I like it, though.
Good.
That one spoonful of sugar is good enough for me.
Gotcha. I probably should have done 1 spoon for this instead of the 2 that I did.
Ooh.
Because it's a good coffee. It's just not in your face.
No,
so.
It is not in your face.
Now, make sure we have the reviews accessible for that, too. We did Bad Movie Night last week. And you had, set it as, a challenge almost. And so this is what we came up with.
Okay.
Was these 2 movies.
The first movie wasn't Hudson Hawk. It was Cutthroat Island.
Cutthroat Island, the movie that ended someone's career. Sadly, because she's an amazing actress.
She's an amazing actress. But, now, hold on. When we watched this movie, first half of the movie was great. It was fantastic. Then the second half started, and it actually got me to sleep.
He fell asleep the last 30 minutes of the movie. He woke up in time for the climax.
No, I felt I woke up at the very last.
Oh, you missed the climax too?
I missed the climax too.
I gotta move this just.
And I'm glad that you let me rest because I don't know. It just was not. It was not keeping me there.
Okay,
I blame the writing.
That's what a lot of people were like. It's the dialogue wasn't good. They didn't make anything piratey about it. Sure, they're wearing pirate clothes and they're on pirate ships, but it's not a pirate story.
No.
And my thing is, I don't think it's as bad as everyone said. I definitely don't think it's good.
I want that one.
But I don't like that, this is what ended her career, because she is an amazing actress. We've done League of Their Own, Beetlejuice. There's a couple more she's in that I'm spacing on that are really big ones. But she's an amazing actress. I don't know him from anything.
Yeah, I mean, but he does look like he could have gone somewhere.
I told Lauren, I was looking at this, and I was like, I feel like with him, they went, Princess Bride did really well. Let's get someone that looks kind of like him. Let's get someone that looks like they could possibly be related to Carrie Ellis. Because that's what I see looking at him.
A little bit. Okay. Okay.
So let's go ahead and pull up the ratings on this.
Hold on real quick. I didn't know it had an SES.
I mean, if that's real, I kind of want to own it.
Yeah.
I don't even own an SNES anymore. Mine broke. I was a stupid kid and I sold a GameStop. Leave me alone.
Oh.
And we all do dumb things.
All right. The reviews for this, not too bad.
Surprised I'm not lower.
Yeah.
With as much shit as this movie gets, I should say.
Yeah. 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 38% Rotten Tomatoes, 2 out of 5 on Empire, and 85% of Google users liked it. Gonna go on a film. This thing was a flop. A $98 million budget with only a $10 million return.
Yep. Granted, you released a pirate movie on December 22nd.
Of 1995. I was 7.
About to be 3. So
Ew.
like not even a month away from
Now,
3.
Hold on. If I was 7, I might have actually liked this movie.
Maybe. I mean, kids like pirates.
Yeah, I love Pirates back in the day, but
really pirates. Now, here's my thing.
yeah.
You released a pirate movie 3 days before Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, pirate movies, I feel like, are summer movies.
I feel like they're autumn movies.
Maybe a little
Like
bit.
August?
I could see that.
We'll say late summer, early fall.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, just do not put it in fucking December, like 3 days from Christmas.
There are very few movies that have worked in December.
I've never really understood. Maybe it's just because my family didn't do it and I won't do it when I have kids. I've never understood the let's release the family movie on Christmas Day. Who the fuck is going to the theaters on Christmas? Is that really a big thing? Like, do people do that?
I mean, some people don't even celebrate Christmas, so I could see them saying,
I get that.
2 days before Christmas, this movie drops. I mean,
Anyone that
I'm
doesn't
interested.
celebrate Christmas, anyone that celebrates Hanukkah, anyone that celebrates Kwanzaa, things like that, I understand, I guess.
Okay. We'll stand on that side of the. We'll still stand on that side of the spectrum where it's like, let's say, the new Hitman game
Mm-hmm.
or the new James Bond movie
Mm-hmm.
drops off December 18th. We'll say people are going to see it. People are going to want it.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's there. And I mean, it's technically in time for the holiday season. Is that supportive? Maybe.
So I could see, I understand releasing certain movies in December. It's just on Christmas seems like a weird thing to me. And maybe it is because I'm a person that celebrates Christmas that's why it's weird. Because personally, I'd be like, drop it like the week before Hanukkah starts. That way, everybody gets to go see it. And then when people are celebrating Hanukkah, you've got people of different faith who are like, well, I got nothing going on. I'm going to go celebrate it. And then once Christmas hits, you get people that do celebrate things like Hanukkah and Kwanzaa or don't celebrate anything at all who are like, I don't care about Christmas. I'll go to the theaters then. But to like actually launch it on Christmas, I feel like you're really alienating a huge group of your potential audience.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
So,
But then again, I would just say just have it in end of November.
yeah.
That's the safe bet. Because that's when James Bond comes out.
Bond's going to be like mid to end of November, yeah, which is when they normally come out.
So, I mean, most game releases are November.
Yeah, that's always
all
been,
Call of Duties have
Call of
been
Duty's always been
November. Just so that way they are in time for the sales. Are like, hey, $20 off when you buy it through this, that.
that, and it hits in time for Black Friday.
That too.
So, which nobody's doing the theaters on Black Friday. Although, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll go to the theaters on Black Friday. Fuck, because I don't really go and do Black Friday shopping.
Nope, I do.
I took you Black Friday, and that's about all the Black Friday I've ever done.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to this year because
We may not even have Black Friday this year.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna order shit online. I don't want to deal with people.
Cyber Monday.
Well, actually, Black Friday goes through like Newegg and shit, so I'll just buy things over there. I ain't worried.
Kidding me? Black Friday starts like a week before Black Friday now too.
Shit.
It's insane.
Second movie.
But yeah, so Cutthroat Island.
Nah.
Yeah.
I would not recommend it. I would not state any form of like for this movie. Now, Gina Davis, I love her.
Yeah.
She would be nothing. Or I'm sorry. Reiteration. The movie would be nothing without her.
Gotcha.
There we go. Now, there was a cute couple of scenes in it. There was a few little hunches and nods to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, and you can feel it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seems like one of those movies that it tried too hard even at its time.
Mm-hmm.
And
it didn't try in the right spots.
No, and even when the climax started, I was out. I was out like a light. And I wasn't tired. It's just, it wasn't engaging.
Yeah.
Now
I looked over, I was like, he's fucking asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the second movie kept me engaged through the whole thing, even though it confused the living shit out of me.
So the second movie is a guilty pleasure of mine. I will not say... fuck it, I will say. This is kind of like Super Mario Brothers for me, where it's like, I know it's bad, but I love it. Or like the Batman movies after Tim Burton stepped down and Schumacher stepped up. Batman Robin, Batman Forever.
Bat nipples.
Speaking of which, Joel Schumacher just passed away at the age of 80 after fighting cancer for about a year, I think. So, bummer. Lost Boys is him. Number 23. 23, right? I wasn't a big fan of that one. I understand the concept. I understand the movie. I can see why people like it. It just didn't do much for me. But I love his Batman movies. They're not great Batman movies, but they're my Batman movies. I will fight for them.
They're corny. They're corny in a good way.
He's quoted saying on set, and I remember everybody, we're making a cartoon here. Because the whole reason why he took over and Tim Burton was moved to a producing point is because of a toy deal that went south with McDonald's because of Batman Returns.
And it was so dark.
Yeah, they were trying to sell Penguin toys, but the movie was so dark. They're like, we can't do this. This is terrible. You've got him making sexual innuendos and biting people's noses off. And so they moved him to a production point, to a producer point.
That's not a good point of selling.
I thought the movies were great. My mom let me watch those movies.
Those were pretty good.
My mother also took me to see Scream in theaters. I was 3, driving. My mother's interesting. But so yeah, they brought him in and they're like, we need this to be family. We need this to be a cartoon because we need to be able to sell toys. We owe McDonald's big. And so, but we got way off subject here. Back over to Hudson. I fucking love this movie. And when I found out Lauren had never seen it, oh my God, it's freaking free on Pluto now. Damn it, I bought it. I'm fine owning it. But when I found out Lauren had never seen it, I made her watch it. And then now I've made you watch it. So... Hudson Hawk.
Now, I'm not mad you made me watch this by any way, shape, or form. Would I watch it again? Fuck no. No. Not unless, like, we were doing it for another person, because I could see pushing this one on to someone else, like you did for me. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't watch it voluntarily.
I don't think there's anyone left to watch it.
Literally, the last 6 lines of the entire movie is what made it for me.
Airbag eggs, can you believe it?
Fucking sprinkler control
in the back. Can
you fucking believe it?
You know what? That's probably what happened.
Oh wait.
And then he drinks his cappuccino, which is obviously empty, and tosses it.
Yeah.
So
that's. Can you fucking believe it?
Can you fucking believe it?
It's like I would have been okay with a character death. I would not have been mad with a character death, but they just said he'll be at the coffee shop looking a little charred. He'll be okay.
I feel like
you fucking believe
I feel like it was probably Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was like
I feel like it was Bruce Willis.
In real life, I love him. He's my favorite.
Because Willis had a lot of control in this movie and would change full scenes like the day of and shit like that.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. So it had Sylvester Stallone's brother.
Yes.
And I gotta say, nothing like his brother. Like you could see the similarities in the face, but nothing like his brother.
The voice is so different.
Oh, so different.
But yeah, that's Stallone's brother. He hasn't had like the career that Sly has had, but
oh no,
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's mostly mobster movies from the look of it.
Yeah. And then there's an actress in it, I can't remember her name, but she's the chief from where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She plays Almond Joy.
That's right.
There you go. You found him. Frank Stallone.
You can just tell he looks like him.
Yeah, they're definitely brothers.
Yeah.
So, but
hey, bro.
You don't hear it. That hair.
Jesus,
they look a lot alike there, though.
They do. That's why I pulled it up. But good stuff. 1991. Very early in the what I like to call the campy era.
I feel like camp's always been a thing. It's just we became more we realized more that it was camp.
Fair.
Go back and watch Batman 66 and tell me it's not camp. It's 100% camp, but everyone thought it was the greatest thing, and it is great. I'm not to take anything away from it. I was
going to say the Harrison Ford scenes in Star Wars.
And don't really think they're camp.
A little bit. It's just a little bit. You're telling me him yelling at Chewie, "Let's go!"
I don't know. I mean, he was excited.
Okay.
Fuck off. It's Star Wars. I don't want to hear it.
But back to the ratings on these. 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, 17% on Metacritic, and again, 85% Google users. I'm going to stick with the 5.8. Like, it had some good scenes. I think I agree with you on the idea that if it didn't have that whole CIA nonsense...
Yeah, the CIA, the Da Vinci thing, if it had just been about a thief being made to do another job... Because, I mean, they even had the great thing of, like, instead of keeping time, we're going to sing songs.
Yeah.
And you were singing at the end of the night.
I was.
And then I have part of the soundtrack, so I started playing the soundtrack when we were in the car.
And it was a great ride home.
But
What did you say? No.
I think that it... Like, they could have had, like, the evil person forcing them to do a job that they have to take down. Get rid of the CIA stuff. Get rid of the thing that's going to make gold. Get rid of the Vatican police thing. Get rid of all that crap. And it's a good story.
Now, if they kept the... Well, no, I take... No, let's leave the Vatican in there.
Okay,
just
like the Vatican?
Yeah, leave the Vatican thing in there just because, well, I mean, there has to be an opposing force to him stealing this stuff.
Yeah.
It's what do they call it? The Nicolas Cage enemies in, like, National Treasure. You
Gotcha.
gotta have those who are wanting to...
You got Cage that wants to steal it, that wants to find it and preserve it.
And then you
You've
got
the guy that wants to steal it for profit. You've got the cops that doesn't want anyone stealing anything because it's like, don't steal shit.
Yeah, because that makes everything work better. But when you have the CIA who's having some... Okay, I have no fucking clue what the CIA wanted out of this.
He was using the fact that he was CIA to get involved in this. This was going to be his way to retire. The CIA actually didn't care about this. This wasn't a CIA op. He was using his power within the CIA.
Okay,
to use CIA resources.
And then they were actually working with the bad guys.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, wait, then why did you need to have all that push power? You could have just done it. And then, oh, wait, you actually did one of the jobs without him because you're bullheaded. And then it...
That's the thing. He can do it without killing people. They had to, like, blow a place up and kill a bunch of people for it and shit like that.
And then it would have been like, then so what? You obviously have your own agenda. Just fucking do it. You're already going to do it. What is stopping you?
Someone to pin it on? I don't know.
But see, that's the whole thing. If you can't catch, like, no one caught Hudson Hawk until he got turned. What was he ratted out? When he was, because at the very beginning he's released.
In prison, yeah.
But
I don't remember.
Huh. Yeah, they didn't. Really...
I think it was. I think that they touch on like he had like done a job and there was an inside person.
I think that might have...
He was basically a patsy. He was a fall guy.
Yeah. And so he was like, if you want out by yada yada yada, you got to kind of do this for us. You know, I can always put you back in, and got blackmailed, but then... Yeah. Now, that was a really good scene. Mm-hmm. That was a fantastic scene where he was talking to his parole officer-ish, the one who was also giving him the job. Mm-hmm. And when he was like, going, I can't keep doing this. I got to get a 9 to 5. I have to relax. I have to ease up on that. And then he winds up doing a nice little switcheroo with the keys, and that really sets up the character.
Yeah.
That really sets it up. And then all of a sudden, downhill struggle, where it's Bruce Willis being Bruce Willis. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a very, very charismatic person. There are a few scenes that actually made me smile and, enjoy it, but then it started getting convoluted with the whole CIA thing and trying to juggle two different stories.
How about the ambulance turns over on its side so it blows up?
Now, I was just like, as soon as I said, as soon as a tire lifts up off of the ground in a 90s action flick, it explodes. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. That is how that works. Yeah. It's just 2 inches off the ground. Boom.
It was great.
It was great, but it was camp great.
I'm glad I own this movie, and I will continue to watch this movie until I die.
Sure. But
tonight's movies.
Okay. I know one of them.
Yes. So you wanted to watch John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes.
Technically a remake of The Thing from Another World, which is an old movie from the 1950s, roughly. Black and white film, lots of opening and closing doors, which sounds like a big radio knob when they do it. 1951. That was close. So we're watching The Thing, John Carpenter's version with Kurt Russell. We're not watching this one, and we're not watching the remake prequel type thing that they did. Now,
don't get me wrong, that one does interest me, but I think I'll watch that on my own.
Yeah. I've never seen it, so I mean, we could probably do it for one of these nights.
Okay.
But I was having trouble coming up with the second one because I was like, I don't want to do the 1951 movie. I don't want to do the prequel remake, but I want to do something in the same vein. And all of Carpenter's stuff kind of goes with other things. All of Kurt Russell's stuff kind of go with other things or don't go well with this. So I was really in a weird spot. So I asked my buddy James and his dad for suggestions.
Okay.
And James immediately had a great one.
Oh?
We're going to watch The Faculty. It's a 90s movie. It's I do believe directed by Wes Craven.
I know it's about Faculty.
It was written by the same guy that wrote Scream, I do believe.
That's all I'm getting.
Okay, maybe it wasn't written by the same guy that wrote Scream. But either way, Faculty. It is about these kids at a high school. An alien crash lands, basically, and can get itself into your body and take over your body. And so it starts with the teachers. And the kids have to defend the high school. And so you don't know who's infected. And that's kind of where it connects with the thing of you don't know who is the thing.
Who is the thing?
So
The thing. The lid.
I like this one. It's got some bad CGI for the monster, but
nothing I'm not used to.
Yeah. It was directed by Rodriguez. That's right. Why? Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So Robert Rodriguez. El Matarachi, Sin City, Spy Kids, Planet Terror.
Dame to Kill For.
Yeah. Well, no, both Sin Cities. Not just Dame to Kill For.
Right.
And he actually let the actual comic book writer help him direct it.
Oh.
But if you go back, I saw what I was looking for. Yes, screenplay by Kevin Williamson. So that's the creator of Scream. He did this thing for a bit where he was like hot shit in Hollywood, and not that he's not now, but he was pounding out scripts after Scream took off. And it was actually getting to the point to where like he had to start like just giving outlines because he was working on too much. He also created Dawson's Creek, so he was also over there writing all of Dawson's Creek.
Wow!
While doing all this, and then he eventually went on to the Vampire Diaries and then The Following, which The Following is fucking amazing.
I've heard. I
I
want to watch something with Kevin Bacon in it one of these days because
have you seen Tremors?
No. I remember you mentioned this, and I was just like, I remember hearing that the sequels aren't that great, and you're just like, no, they're good to an extent.
2's good. Lauren didn't like it, but 2's good. 3 is like camp to the max, but it's all right. 4's crap, and I haven't watched 5 or 6, but I've heard they're good. 4 goes back to Old West times.
Tremors is about like earthquakes, right?
No, it's about big worms under the ground.
That's it.
They call them graboids.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, people get it confused with critters, and I don't know why, because it's completely different. Critters are these little fuzzballs that come from space.
Okay. I don't know.
But yes, so tonight it will be The Thing, and it will be The Faculty.
Okay, I can fuck with that.
I think it'll be a good night. Let's get into some news. News. So Justin decided to hit me with trailer hell today.
They're releasing so much. Like it is now to the point where I actually looked at the full list of things that were released announced over the last 1 month, and I said, "Oh no, this is actually too much." Because
do you think that maybe it's normally this much and we don't notice because we do just watch the cons and only see what the cons focus on, and a couple little things make it in there?
This is the thing. This is more than what we did for our E3 episode.
Yeah, but the thing is, E3 only focuses on so much.
You're right.
And that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if there's a lot of stuff that falls by the wayside because we focus on E3.
Because it broke up and just said, here's everything.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is there is a lot more. They just announced over the last 3 days. And last week, as soon as we were done, we thought it was a joke, but come to find out it's real. Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
We kind of thought it was like we knew that we it was more the title that we thought was a joke. The concept of a fourth game, we're like, okay.
Yeah, but the name of It's About Time, it has so many different plural meanings, such as it's about time the fourth game is released, and also it just plainly, it's about time.
Which reminds me, there's a podcast that I liked. It ended up only being a handful of episodes called It's About Time. And it's this company that gives you these postcards that help you time travel to places. And you can do it as like a vacation, and then you time travel back. And it was a fun little goofy audio drama podcast. And sadly, they ran into like a lot of issues, and they had to cut it after like 10 episodes.
Aw.
But it was a lot of fun. It was called It's About Time.
Okay.
So go check that one out. It was good stuff.
Yeah. But Torchlight 3. I played Torchlight 1. Very fun
I played nothing.
Torchlight 2. It's Diablo clone.
Mhm.
But with a little bit more ingenuity, if you will. It has like a crafting system. It's got little tiny pets for certain classes. It has an interesting loot system, so that way you don't have to go back to the main hub to sell things or buy more equipment. You just send your pet out, wait 5 minutes, it comes back with your stuff, so you can keep going. It had a lot of good, interesting systems. What I'm most excited for is that with Torchlight 2, it had technology, very light technology. It had like a gunslinger type thing that had like hand blunderbusses and all that. And I was like, this is a good idea. You know, having a light bit of technology take over for magic. That is my kind of fucking world. I'm interested. I'm interested. And I'm curious to know if Torchlight 3 is going to be as inexpensive as I've heard it is. I heard it's only going to be $20. And I'm like, for $20 to play a pretty interesting Diablo clone, I'm back in. There we go. I was wondering where the gameplay was. Look at this. It's all over the place with it, and I love
lots
it.
of colors and
Yeah,
some steampunky type technology.
Let's actually go back a little bit. Wait, where is the gameplay? There it is. So, what I like is just the fact that you can stay in a stationary place while doing damage, and you see numbers, you see your actions doing things. That's what I like. That's what I've always liked about Diablo, is that you can see things actually doing something. You see their little health bars tick away.
Yeah,
I love that. So
the next one, you were like, I think you're gonna be excited about this, and I hadn't actually watched this trailer yet, so I enjoyed it. We finally got to see a little bit more of the Marvel's Avengers game. Now, I know that there was some backlash against Square Enix for dropping an image of this and tweeting it out. They had tweeted an image of the Captain America statue being defaced and stuff like that, and people pointed out like poor timing because like they were like, people are defacing the Captain America statue, and they're like, poor timing with what's going on with the protests and the Black Lives Matter movement and whatnot. And they're like, yep, our bad, and they pulled back on it. I don't think they meant anything by it. They were just they've been working on this game for a while. We knew about this game long ago, and they're just trying to get out there and show it.
And I mean, their first trailer of this, I'll admit,
looked bad,
a little rough. This one, it actually excites me.
This looks a lot better.
This looks a lot better.
This also gave us a very little bit of gameplay, though. So the first trailer was like, here's all the gameplay looking bad. This one went, here's all of everything looking good. But why would we show you gameplay now that the game looks good? Like, I thought that was weird. Like, show me gameplay. But I mean, we finally really get an idea at who the bad guys are, why they're bad, what they're doing, who the characters are going to be. I think my only complaint in this was that Bruce Banner here has a beard and did not when he hulked out. I wanted to see bearded Hulk.
I don't mind the voice actor for Tony.
No, Tony's voice actor did pretty good. I don't like the long hair on Tony, but I get that it's kind of like they're in hiding, yada yada yada. But like, I don't like. You know what he reminds me of?
Yeah,
Kylo Ren.
Oh,
and not that I actually have anything against Adam Driver, because I actually like Adam Driver, but he looks like fucking Kylo Ren with the long hair. Oh, keep going.
He shaved.
Oh, did he shave?
He shaved.
Okay, and then he hulks out. And not mad anymore.
Continuity. That's what we live for. We live for the continuity.
Did I tell you my new issue with Avengers Endgame?
I don't. Let's put it like this. Every fifth scene you have an issue with.
Yes.
We'll go with that. We'll just go with that.
Hold on. They attacked my favorite movie, Back to the Future, for its time travel rules, and stated, you can time travel, but you can't change the future. How does Captain America go back in time and show up in the future as old Cap then? Him being there changes the future.
Hold on. Okay, I have a better question. How do you wake up dead?
Man, you can't wake up dead.
That's just redundant.
You can't go to bed dead. And I know, spoilers for Endgame, I'm sorry, but it's been a freaking year.
It has been a year. You've had time, and it's on Disney Plus.
And I think it's on a couple other streaming things, too.
It probably is. So, I think it's on Netflix.
We're all locked in our houses. You're watching shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So
sorry. Spoiler! My bad.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
You had time.
I'm better at this, but I'm
He's mad.
Pissed off.
He's mad.
Okay, back to this. The other thing you wanted to point out was Banner's name tag. Or not Banner's, Thor's name tag.
When I saw that, I was just like, why? Thor is too much of a, he's too much of a glory for himself. Like, he'll say, I am Thor Odinson, son of Odin. You know, he'll be that person. To have that name badge be his false name? His alias?
Alias, yeah. Unless this is the version of Thor where the Doctor can lift the hammer because regular Thor is dead.
Oh.
Which is a thing in the comics. So the whole alias thing that they did in MCU is more just an MCU thing. In the comics, Thor dies, and the next guy that can wield the hammer is a doctor on Earth that, you know, he can wield the hammer. And when he wields the hammer, he's Thor. And
then after that is the alien?
Oh, the alien actually steals the hammer from Thor.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm spacing out his name. It'll come to me eventually. But for instance, it's in Infinity Gauntlet. It's not the original Thor, like in the Infinity Gauntlet comic. It's the Doctor that can wield the hammer. So at one point, he throws the hammer while they're fighting Thanos in space, and the hammer gets too far away. So he goes back to human and starts suffocating because they're in space.
Oh.
And luckily, the hammer comes back to him just in time and saves him. But yeah, so he starts like suffocating from fucking being just a regular human, because without the hammer, he's nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. Bitteray something. Told you I'd get it. I'm close to it. The alien that can lift the hammer. He eventually gets his own because his Odin's like impressed by him.
Oh. Quickly showcase the Twilight Zone clip. I like it, but it is of Twilight Zone. It is very strange, but it's almost uncomfortable strange.
Yeah, I feel like they're really trying to compete with what is it? The one that's on Netflix.
Black Mirror.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I kept getting like I had the black part. I kept like going Black Box. No, that's the thing in a plane. I couldn't get to the mirror part.
That'd be a really good name for a show.
Black Box.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think they're really trying to compete with Black Box. I didn't watch the first season because I did it. Black Mirror. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I think they're trying to compete with Black Mirror because that's the thing that kind of became it's the new Twilight Zone.
Kind of.
I didn't watch the first season of Twilight Zone though because they put it on this CBS streaming service that I'm not going to pay for.
All access?
Yeah. And this season's going to do the same thing. So.
Yeah. I mean, it does look interesting.
I like the actor too.
This gentleman?
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually his name at the bottom. I'm gonna check right now. He's in a lot of stuff I like. He's in It's Always Sunny. He's in Psych for a bit.
Yep, Jimmy Simpson.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. I really like him. He's got diversity to his acting. He's a lot of fun.
He looks familiar to me.
He's been in a little bit of everything.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, he's one of those ones that's like just had a hell of a career. It's really.
That's where I saw him, Westworld.
Okay, I haven't watched.
I was like, he looks like more familiar.
I've only seen the Westworld movie. I've never seen the show.
And he's even been in that Black Box.
Black Box, yeah.
yeah, Black Box.
Which, speaking of things kind of like this, Unsolved Mysteries is about to drop on Netflix, the new one.
Really?
And no host, because no one can compete with the original host, is what the show creators are saying. They're like, we didn't want to do hosts. There's no one that can do what the original host did. And I kind of like it, because the host made that show.
So it's going to do the Goosebumps thing where it just starts up right into the...
Yeah, I'm assuming there will probably be some narration and stuff like that, but they're going to have like the accounts from people and stuff like that. And rather than having the 1-800 number you can call, they're going to have a website you can call. Website you can go on to if you have any information for the mysteries.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I liked Unsolved Mysteries. That was my shit. This was fun.
This was very fun. The only problem you have is you don't like Kermit's new voice.
There's a new voice actor for Kermit. I don't hate it. It's just I've got to get used to it.
Kermit the Frog here.
But I know the original one was fired because he was being a bit of an ass, and he snapped at Disney. And Henson's kid actually came out and was like, "You've been a problem since pretty much day one. You've held up other people's jobs because you were having issues with your pay and shit like that." Like, he refused to agree to like agreeable amounts. It basically would have made it to where other actors had to make less for him to make more. It was all kinds of crazy shit. So he was out, and this other guy's in, and other guy, maybe other woman, I'm not sure. This new actor's in for him, and it just, my ears aren't used to it yet. I've spent too many years listening to the old voice.
Yeah.
So.
Now, who is this character on the right?
Somebody new.
Oh, it's somebody new?
Yeah. They stamped at the beginning.
Joe from
Legal. Yeah, he's a new character.
Is he Joe the Auditor?
I think he might be.
Auditor?
Although he could be a little weasel.
Oh.
I think you might be right on the audit thing. And they're gonna be doing guest stars. We only got a glimpse of a couple. RuPaul, Seth Rogen, both of which I'm here for.
There was a lot of stars that popped up.
Yeah, but those were like the two that we got like a good look at.
Yeah.
I like Ru. I've kind of fallen out of Drag Race.
Lauren's still in it though, yeah?
Not really. She's kind of fallen out of a bit too.
Oh no.
We have not watched the new season.
Oh no.
Honestly, it's just a lot of the elements we liked about the show were changed too drastically. Like the thing we loved the most was when they would do Snatch Game, which is when they dress up like a different like celebrity and they make jokes and stuff like that. And they really changed the dynamic of it and like tried to make it like a game show within a game show type of thing, and it just got weird.
Okay. And
so with this new season, we didn't know any of the queens. None of them really spoke out to us because in the past seasons, it's been like, oh, we know them because we live in Vegas. Like, not necessarily know them, but we know of them.
Yeah.
This year, just no one really liked that for us. And so it just didn't really pull us in. We might catch the next All-Stars depending on what the All-Stars cast looks like.
Gotcha.
So,
but even still, July 31st, start streaming on Disney+.
Yeah. And I'm down to see Seth Rogen. He's hilarious. He's got certain films that hit or miss. I was not obsessed with Pineapple Express like everyone else was.
I was okay with it.
But I went and saw Neighbors in theaters and thought that was like the greatest fucking thing. Neighbors was awesome.
I haven't seen that one.
He did with Zac Efron. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, him and his wife like are living next door to this house that's for sale. And she's pregnant and it gets bought by a frat. And so this fraternity moves in next door and Efron's like the head of the fraternity. And so it becomes like a battle. That actually sounds
like a really interesting movie.
Fucking good.
That sounds like a really interesting movie.
Of course, it has a couple weird moments because it's a Seth Rogen movie. Like, there's a point where she wakes up and like she hasn't breastfed, so her boobs are swollen, and he has to like milk her. So it's a little weird. And like she's in pain and everything, and he's like, "This is weird," and he's like milking her. The whole thing's kind of weird. But then the frat does a thing where it's like they do a night. They're like, it's a Robert De Niro night, and they're all dressed up as versions of De Niro from his different movies. So one of them standing there petting a fake cat, and they're all doing like De Niro faces really well. What's his name from Superbad? McLovin is in it. And his character was, he was alright.
But the only thing I know that we don't really talk about politics, but I'm gonna just mention it. There was that one hyper tweet of him shoving down a cop and running away with his very, very signature laugh.
Yeah, sadly, I think that's actually from a couple of years ago. But
even still,
yeah, it's fucking the guy as he runs off.
Now, I will admit I don't care the context. It's good anytime. Yeah. As far as I feel sorry for the cops and I feel sorry about that, but at the same time, it's still it's hilarious just to see him go.
Yeah, it was pretty good, and I don't know the whole story behind that clip and whatnot. I just like to watch it on repeat.
Oh yeah, it's just the fact that he just starts chuckling and chortling.
I'm trying to think the last new thing I watched him in, and the newest I can think of is Disaster Artist, and that's not new.
That is not new.
I have not watched anything with Rogen in a while, and he's not even like the main part of that movie. He's just like the second director within it, like the one that's like yelling at Tommy for repeatedly getting the line wrong.
I watched a little bit of that one with him and Charlize Theron. The one where Charlize Theron's like this high end, and he's like a photographer.
I know which one you're talking about, but even that was a couple years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Like she's like going for something like political or something like that. And he's like a reporter from like and they knew each other from like high school or something.
And I as soon as I got like the first gist of it, I was basically saying this is basically Head of State but white.
No, because like it's more like
it made me feel that way. It definitely made me feel that way.
Okay, that's not what I got, but I haven't actually watched it. I've only seen the trailers. So because what I got with Head of State, it's like he's an older man, he's working his way up. Her, I feel like I thought the story was like she's already almost completely to the top, and now she's trying to have like a sentiment of like regular life going back to like kind of her old her, and it's like, is it going to be allowed type of thing.
Okay,
so I don't know. I haven't actually watched it, so I can't say.
Okay, so Minecraft still going, still getting updates. This one adds biomes.
Crunch.
Gold. The Nether update releases biomes for the Nether and adds new enchantments for armor and interesting new items.
Like a revive thing. I don't know. The characters were a lot of fun. Like, instead of like what we've gotten with like the Telltale games and like the books and shit like that, I would watch these two. This looked hilarious.
Yeah, it's just I would prefer to have. I don't know if I want Patton Oswalt though. Or
they don't
Benjamin.
need voices. Like, just
I know
sounds.
Just
It's like I always thought like I like the Lego games. I never really cared for when they started talking. It was funnier when they didn't. Like, you go back and play like Lego Star Wars episode 2, the scene where spoiler for Star Wars, the scene where he's finding out that he's his father. He pulls out like a photo and he points. He's like, huh? Oh shit! I'm sorry, I just smacked you out of the mic. And then just it was great. It's stupid and it's great. And now it's like they talk and like it's not as funny anymore.
It's not as funny, but
we're playing something else.
Oh no, let's get out of here. But I am excited that, Minecraft's still getting its thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Nether update adds a lot.
That was one thing that I had jumped on and streamed a little bit with my buddy James over for his now dead channel, because that's later news. And it was nice getting back into Minecraft. And there's a few things that had changed since I'd played, and I was like, whoa, what do I do? But luckily his dad is huge into Minecraft, and so he's like, all right, this is what you do, and he kind of walked me through some of the new shit. So this means nothing to me. This is you.
This means nothing to me either, because I don't have the new Samurai Showdown. I don't think. It's one of those really hard things to go, do I own that game?
See, that's me with comics. When my comic book shop opened back up, the first thing I did was went down and bought a trade to show some support. I bought Daredevil Yellow, got home and went to put it on the bookshelf. And
you already own that one.
I own Daredevil Yellow.
I was about to say, I even know you own that one, because I read it.
My lines are blurring. I need Hulk Gray. That's what I need from that set.
Blurred lines.
Because I have Spider-Man Blue, I have Daredevil Yellow, I need Hulk Gray.
I gotta stop singing, because I don't want to get us pulled off Twitch. But even still, Samurai Showdown added a character from For Honor. Now, I like this crossover. It's a great crossover just because you have an interesting swordsman that kind of resembles a earlier Samurai Showdown character. Stop it. And his fighting style is very much I'm going to get your weapon away from you and then start attacking. Mm-hmm. That is what this character is, as well as the one from Samurai Showdown 2. So they kind of changed the characters a little bit, and I do like it. I just wonder if they're going to keep adding characters from For Honor. I would like to see more characters from For Honor.
I'd like to see the samurai character come in. I'd like to see... What is the third faction in that?
There's like 6 now, dude.
Oh, fuck. I haven't played since launch.
Yeah,
I bought it and played at launch and went, this is alright, and this is a thing, and then I never picked it back up again.
When I just got into the free thingy on PC, there was this one woman who just looked like she had no armor on, was just ready to go, pounced on me, and just started eating my face. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That's not good.
He's dead now.
He's dead now. And she was just like this crazed Norse woman who was just gone. She was like a shamanic type. And I was like, oh.
I like the crossovers for the hell of it crossovers.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it, but I was neutral at it. They added Vault Boy to Smash.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Isn't it just a skin, though?
It is a skin, but at the same time, it's like...
Crossovers for the hell of crossovers.
Bethesda!
Oh, that's another thing. So there's a podcast I listen to that Bethesda is supported. I know Bethesda. Bethesda is almost like saying technology. You gotta stop hiding behind your mic.
I have to speak into the mic, but I pop out to not talk.
There's a podcast that I like, and it's set in Fallout 76. But the concept of it's called Chad, a Fallout 76 story. And he's like, we all know a Chad. The asshole jock that bullied you in high school, things like that. And he's like, and basically playing Fallout 76, we've all experienced a Chad. Chad's the guy that shoots you as soon as you come out of the vault, just for the hell of it, and then teabags you. And so he's doing the story as if he's an actual vault survivor who's just baffled by the weird workings of he dies and comes back to life, but he gets like stuck in this weird atom store purgatory for a bit. And he deals with the bully from his high school years, Chad, who's like the jock bro kind of guy and shit like that. And it's a lot of fun. It's fully acted, sound effects, everything.
Tunnel snakes rule.
I beat the shit out of that guy.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. When he was like, help my mom, I was like,
I did help.
yeah, I did help too, but then I killed him.
It depends on the...
You must trade a life!
What is it? Equals... What's the Full Metal Alchemist thing?
Equivalent exchange.
Yeah, there you go. I role play for Fallout, so it depends on what play. Like right now, I'm doing Fallout New Vegas, and I'm playing it as I'm a wise guy. I'm a mob guy and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, sure, I'll help defend your town. It's gonna cost you though.
Yeah, I want my money.
Very much like that. My weapons, like I'm specifically going with weapons based around the concept of like that character, rather than just what actually does the most damage. What the hell are we looking at?
This is the Biomutant gameplay.
Oh, okay. This looks way different than what we originally were looking at.
I kind of wanted to surprise you with this, where I was like, I'll play it on.
He has a hat.
Yeah, yeah. You get every upgrade you get as far as your DNA strands actually give you some pretty interesting changes, and all the creatures, all the mini bosses, mega bosses, actually have some unique level up things, and like everything has.
See, now this just looks like Fortnite. Just the screen.
Just the screen. Yeah, just the bubbliness of it. I'll admit, but at the same time, I do enjoy the.
How many stars?
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, the flurp. But even still, I was like, cool. You get to have a
That is awesome.
Just the fact that it does the master hand thing of going bye.
This is very different than what I expected, but I kind of like it.
I liked it too. There was a scene in this. I watched the whole entire thing, but there is a scene in this that made me go, "Yo!"
How much of this do you think was inspired by Rocket Raccoon?
Oh, all of it. If not, yeah, no, all of it. Like
that's what you look like.
That is what I look like.
That's him when we get pizza.
Oh, don't tempt me.
That's what we were supposed to have for lunch today, but they were closed.
Were they?
Yeah, remember we went to get pizza?
Oh, right.
You already getting your days blended? Oh, 3-headed cat shark?
Cat shark beast.
This is very different than what I was expecting. And this is PlayStation 5?
PlayStation 5 and I believe, I think Xbox Series X. I don't know. Oh, here we go. I don't know if this is a part of it.
Okay, yeah. Xbox Series X gameplay and PlayStation 5 gameplay. Cool.
All
right. I mean, maybe. If I get a Series X or a 5.
I mean, yeah. I like the look of it. I'm down for it. But other than that, with Biomutant, I can see probably leaning toward buying it. I definitely want it.
Yeah, I could probably see again. Or sadly, it's next gen console, so we'll have to wait until we have next gen consoles.
Yeah.
Neither one of us is coming in any money soon. So
nope.
Although, if you want to help us get next gen consoles, you see that little thing at the top right there, or the bottom middle right here. Either one of those helps us out a lot.
And now we're partnered by Humble Bundle.
Yes, rather than just going and supporting Humble Bundle, you're also supporting us. Now, that being said, we can choose to give our money to charity, and we will do that at times. It just depends on where we're at personally.
Yes.
We will not be greedy fucking bastards.
No, until we get this whole thing at a 100% good stasis, us, and then when we're at that stasis of comfortability, 50-50.
70-20. I don't know where the 10% goes.
Taxes?
Good taxes.
Taxes.
So you told me about this, but I wasn't looking. I was writing. And so it's Surgeon Simulator 2. And the way you described it is the faces now have hands, or the hands now have faces. And I went, that's creepy. Because in my mind, they put a little face right here or right here. I was like, that's fucking weird. And then I look up last minute and I see like there's bodies. I was like, oh. This is 100% how you would be. This is 100% how you would be as a doctor. I don't remember who it was, but I watched a streamer try to play this when he had one of those things where it's like, it's a thing you can grip for each finger.
Yeah, no.
And it just didn't work.
Yes! I do surgery!
This is going to bring... This is going to be... So many people are going to stream the shit out of this. This is going to bring up so many new streamers, so many old streamers. It's just going to be streaming to the max. Everyone's going to want to do this.
And I don't know if you noticed... It's got multiplayer. There we go.
Yeah, because that won't go wrong at all.
That won't go wrong at all.
They're showing it going wrong
Scalpel?
right now.
Scalpel? Throws a box. Why did I say box?
I thought you said printer.
But I'm excited for this.
It'll be goof fun. Yeah.
I don't think I'll play it, but I'll definitely watch anything I see on either Twitch or on YouTube. I am down for this.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch people play it.
Okay. BDO. I like it. I understand why people like it. I have one of my best friends is a main streamer for BDO, but to play a game that's centered around BDO as a battle royale, I guess. It looks good. It's BDO, so it looks good. It looks flashy. It has the stylings.
This looks like something I would play minus the battle royale. So I guess adding in battle royale would just mean that
you gotta move.
You gotta move. Yeah. So I might still play it. I don't know. I'm not gonna run out and get it. It's that simple. Although that looked kind of cool.
Oh.
Being a big mech type thing.
Oh.
So what else we got?
Oh, Haven. Okay, I saw the early trailer for this. I did not see this particular one, with the gameplay and them talking about an actual relationship. So you control two people, and whatever you choose to do, they're going to do together, and they are a relationship, boyfriend girlfriend, and after every battle you can hug, kiss, etc. And you're just basically trying to build a ship to get you out of there. And I'm like, that's kind of neat, but the relationship thing feels kind of weird.
You have to kiss to heal, and that's only for a little bit of healing. Then you have to craft stuff to heal more. But yeah, that's. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that I have any issues with relationship being represented in a game, and not that I have any issues based off of which genders are in that relationship.
No,
it's just
it's a mechanic.
It's a mechanic to the game, and that was odd. I'm not looking to play a dating sim.
I mean, there are dating sims that are nice to play. It's just very strange to play.
I guess romance is a mechanic in the Sims, and we don't take issue with that. I don't know. It just seemed very they were showing us all this stuff in the game, and then they're and then you kiss to heal. And we're like, wait, what?
Right.
Where did that come from?
And then they craft up food. They split up a nice little meal together. I'm like, that's kind of neat.
The artwork looks like the one that made you cry.
Grease? No.
Okay, well, what I've seen of Grease, that's what this kind of reminds me of.
And they play games. They
in their underwear.
They have in their underwear. They drink alcohol, and then they snuggle up, have a good sleep. It seems like an interesting story. I hope. I'm not going to be against this. It's just, it's going to be free because down here it says
Game Pass.
Do you want to talk about those real quick? Seeing as a nice little segue.
Sure.
Segue. So with the Xbox Game Pass, a lot of stuff has dropped.
We are losing some things, but we got a lot.
All right, what do we gain?
Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is one that I actually downloaded, haven't played yet. It's called West of Dead. It's placed in Purgatory in Wyoming in 1888. A place of place of gunsmoke and darkness, sin and damnation, wendigos and witches. A shifting, chaotic world that takes its form from the memories, culture, and beliefs of the soul who passes through. When a dead man awakes with only the memory of a figure in black, he sets into motion a chain of events that have truly mythical consequences. Ron Perlman's the main voice actor for this, narrating and being the main character. It's very interesting shading and stuff like that for the artwork, and it was only 6 gigabytes. If that.
War never changes.
It does have a DLC called Path of the Crow, which is only $2.99.
Okay, that's actually a really cool name for a DLC.
Path of the Crow.
Yeah. I don't know why I love crows. I love crows. Crows are good birds. They scream. But
now,
what else we getting?
We've got a bunch of other shit. So we've got, we talked about, I think, the fact that we got Thronebreaker, the Witcher game.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we got Bard's Tale. I think it's Bard's Tale. The Bard's Tale ARPG remastered and snarkled.
So I think that's 1 through 3, if I'm not mistaken. Either 1 through 3 or 1 through 4. So, I mean, that's not bad, I guess.
I've never played any of them, so it's a good place to start, I guess.
Yeah.
We got Night Call, which is an interesting game where you play a taxi cab driver in Paris who survives being killed by a serial killer that's going around, but is now being blamed for the killings. And you have, I think it's 7 nights to prove your innocence and catch the killer. Streets of Rogue, which I think is exactly what it sounds like. It's by Tiny Build.
It's like Streets of Rage, but has roguelike.
So it is a roguelite about player choice, freedom, and
anarchic.
Thank you, anarchic fun. The game takes inspiration from fast-paced, top-down roguelites and adds free-form, experimentation-driven and emergent play.
Emergent.
Thank you. Gameplay elements of immersive sims and RPGs. It's top down. It's not really my go-to for things, but
it pretty much it seems like it's made by the same guys who did Enter the Gungeon.
No, it's Tiny Build, so I don't think so. I'm not sure. I've seen Tiny Build do other stuff. While you're looking that up, then we got The Messenger.
I like it.
I haven't played it. As a demon army besieges his village, a young ninja ventures through a cursed world to deliver a scroll paramount to his clan's survival. And then the last thing is Observation. I've heard a lot about this one in the past. It's a sci-fi thriller uncovering what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and the crew of her mission through the lens of a station's artificial intelligence, Sam. Players assume the role of Sam by operating the station's control system, cameras, and tools to assist Emma in discovering what happened to the station and vanished crew and Sam himself. So that one sounds kind of cool. That's what's new to Game Pass. I got our games with gold also for this upcoming month. So we've got WRC 8 FIA World Rally Championship. It's a racing game.
It's a good rally game.
Dunk Lords. Haven't played it. I think it's... I want to say it's basketball.
Let's find out. I got you. Dunk Lords.
Yeah, it looks like it's a funky basketball game.
It looks like it's a... oh my god, it's NBA Jam.
Interesting.
NBA Jam with beat 'em ups? What?
So we're getting this free with gold. We're also getting a Saint Row 2. I have it. I've played it. I don't really need it again, but this way, if my disc ever breaks, I have a digital copy, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, there's not really much to say on that.
Yeah, Saints Row 2 is an oldie.
Yeah.
Is it an oldie but goodie?
I mean, we always get an oldie. We always get a 360 game.
Yeah.
Or an original Xbox game. So, go ahead and hit this.
We've already had the announcement. We've already talked about it. It's just the fact that a lot of new skaters are being popped into this.
Yeah, they're putting some other skaters in. So
one of Tony Hawk's his sons.
Yeah, so they're showing respect to like the new era of skaters.
And that comes out September 4th, 2020. So,
and it's coming out on Xbox One, so we can actually get a hold of it. Did you play? We talked back when it first came out. We already talked about that. So.
October 2nd for Crash Bandicoot.
October 2nd, 2020. So we talked about Dr. Mario when it first came out. I played it a lot on my phone. We kind of
the mobile game, yeah,
the Dr. Mario world.
Okay.
Well, they've got different doctors you can play as they have like their own abilities. There's a new one that's terrifying. Go ahead and pull up this image. Baby Doctor Wario. Look at him. Look at this angry, all fucking teeth monster.
he want to crunch.
So yeah, that's the new to the.
Thanks, I hate it.
Dr. Mario World game. Next I've got Cyberpunk 2077 will eventually come out, and we will eventually all love it. And there's actually a lot of like gameplay out now. There's also Cyberpunk Edge Runners, an anime set in the Cyberpunk 2099 world.
I ain't mad at that.
We still don't have the game. We're already getting
I
other merchandise for the game.
I ain't mad at that. Anything that has to do with mecha and basically embossing someone with mechanical arms or otherwise because, it makes them better, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I'm
sure the game will be great. I'm sure we'll love it.
I'm already happy we're getting a new Evangelion. I'm happy we're getting a new Ghost in the Shell. Leave me alone.
Yeah. A couple more quick gaming things here.
Go.
Pokemon Go is celebrating their 4th anniversary. The first event for it will start July 3rd.
It's already 4 years old?
4 years old! Makes sense. I started playing it before I moved here. Not Vegas. I've been in Vegas forever. This house. I was in my condo. Now I'm in a house.
But I'm like...
I rent. Don't think that you're like supporting some rich guy. You're supporting a poor motherfucker.
It was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. July 3rd will be the first event. And like the first part of the event, I think, runs like 3 days. They had a bunch planned. And I'm like, getting people out of the house. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Apple will launch a new chip for Mac computers, allowing phone apps and iPad apps to be played on or to be used on MacBooks and things like that.
Okay.
They're getting rid of Intel. They're leaving Intel.
That's fine.
So that'll be an interesting thing to see if that works.
What's funny is Intel is wanting to be multi-incorporative for everything. So having them be pulled away from something that is quote-unquote...
I think Mac just doesn't want to share the money. Why pay someone to do what they can do type of thing?
That's dumb.
It was just a theory.
Game theory.
My last gaming thing, and then I got a few things outside. Oh, well, 2 last game things. Mixer is dead. No more Mixer.
Fucking dead.
So it'll be around till I think the end of next month. I think is what they said. They're moving everyone that wants to on over to Facebook Gaming, which I'm seeing a lot of backlash because people just don't want to do things with Facebook.
No.
And that is only gaming, so like we're not gonna go stream there. Not that we were streaming on Mixer, but I mean, Twitch. There was the blackout yesterday, and but I will stand up for Twitch, which is where we're streaming right now. That they have said that they're gonna start cracking down. They're gonna make a difference, and I'm very happy, and that's why we're here and not over on like YouTube or doing it straight from Facebook Live or something like that. We will continue to play that by ear though, because we don't want to support shitty people.
That is correct.
So,
because the one time we support shitty people, we in turn become shitty people,
yes.
And we would not like to become shitty people.
No, I already feel shitty. I don't need to actually be shitty.
Yeah, I
eat too much junk food.
We both work. We both work the 9 to 5. Sure, not necessarily 9 to 5s, but
you should see the days I've been pulling this week.
Yeah, we're. This is like something we like to do as a hobby that we want to incorporate harder. Yep. We don't want to keep doing the 9 to 5 if we can prevent it. If we can keep giving you guys good content.
I have no plans to leave my day job anytime soon. If this were to take off, at most what I would do is cut my day job a little less.
Yeah, which is.
I did 123 jobs on Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, each job literally can cast him across town.
Yeah. I went to work for about 8 hours, which I know it's regular work day. I'm not mad about it, but it's just
travel.
I drive for work, and so I'm just holy shit. Driving for 8 hours sucks, and in this heat, and the AC only does so much.
Mm-hmm.
My last gaming thing is it's come. The Steam summer sale is here.
Oh, that's right.
Dun dun dun. Now you don't have to pull it up. I got the top things for you.
Up. I don't
care.
It
is such a big sale. We're not going to go through the whole thing. We don't have the time for that.
We're not. You're right, but I just want to look.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'll kill you.
Kill me all you want. I'm going to hit the top 5. Borderlands 3, $29.99. Pretty good. They just dropped another DLC.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's right.
Yeah, the new West DLC.
I know. Me and Goon got to go through it.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain for $5.99.
That's not bad.
Tabletop Simulator for $9.99. Destiny 2 upgraded edition for $33.49. And A Plague Tale: Innocence, which I actually really enjoy. I have not finished, but I've enjoyed it a lot. Is only $15.29, knocked down $44.99. That's like the top ones. I mean, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of things on sale. He's gonna scroll through some of this for you guys to check. While you're doing that, I want to talk about Destiny.
Okay, talk about Destiny.
So we're not getting Destiny 3.
That's fine.
Instead, we're going to do is keep getting DLCs. But because they don't want to launch new servers, everything that has happened in the game so far that we have done will be taken out of the game when the new DLC launches. Like the next huge DLC.
So what you're telling me is out with the old, in with the new, but
yes.
the old is still important.
You can go and get the old if you request it through specific missions and stuff like that, but you won't just be able to go and patrol the old areas like you would. When the new one brings in new things, the new things come in and the old goes out. The new DLC is tracking to be somewhere around $70 because it's in place of a third game, and they're saying it'll be the size of everything we've received for 2.
So in short, suck my ass.
No third game, just continuing this game. They also made base version of Destiny 2 free a while back because of all this. So,
whatever, man.
I've never played the Tabletop Simulator. How is it?
I like it. Yeah. It literally opens up a lot of doors for different things. Tried playing Dungeons and Dragons through it. It's
wonky.
It's a little clunky just because you have to do everything manually.
So I came up with an idea.
Oh.
And I'm not going to put it out there.
Okay.
Not that I have nothing against you guys. I don't trust you fuckers. I came up with the idea for a tabletop game, and I'm going to run it by you later.
Okay.
I want to build my own tabletop game.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Hey, fuck it. If we can get some funding for it, why not?
So, that is that is it for gaming news for me. You want to hit the butt-up, and then we can move into what we have left for the night, which isn't much.
Butt-up, shoe news.
All right, go ahead and pull it up.
Boop.
So, Soul Supremacy, from I understand, they're the fuckers that, know everything to know about shoes. Soul Supremacy and eBay have gotten together, and they are doing a thing where Soul Supremacy has opened up their vault, and they are auctioning off shoes like freaking crazy.
Can we get a link on that? No, that's just going to be eBay. Keep going, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff. You got Air Jordan 3s. You've got, here's the list. There's some of the list. You got Air Jordans 4s, different versions, 6s, different versions, 8s, different versions. The reason I originally saw this and the reason why it's on tonight's shoe news is they had one of the Marty McFly pairs of Nikes. Those. Well, maybe, no, not those. Those aren't the Marty McFly ones. They're a lot like them, though. The article I saw had the Marty McFly ones. Oh, they are the Marty McFly? Okay, yeah.
$8,400 on current.
With only 56 bids. All these started out at 99 cents. That's how bad people want these. I almost bought these the first time they came out because they were a reasonable price when they first came out and they were doing it for charity. And the only reason I didn't is because I went, Marty McFly shoes or dinner for the week? Because I was, freshly on my own, first job type of thing. Yeah, 56 bids. I want to see what the fucker.
So first one, 200.
Okay, not bad.
A false start because they tried doing it at the same time for 101.
Okay, and then immediately someone went, "Fuck it, let's jump $300 up."
Yeah, $300, $60, another $60, another $60, another $60, another $60, so on, on, 20.
And then at some point, people just started jumping major fucking numbers.
100, 500.
I want to know what
1,500.
Yeah, I want to know what the fucker who's gonna actually get these does for a living. That he's okay dropping $8,400 on a pair of shoes. Don't get me wrong, an amazing pair of shoes, but it's not like the money goes to charity anymore. Unless this Soul Supremacy sale isn't for charity, is it? I think they're just.
It just said that it was opening up a vault sale.
Yeah, so
it never mentioned it.
Insane shit.
Big insane shit.
So that's shoe news for this week.
Yeah, and it lasts for another 5 days, 20 hours. So if you're interested in these shoes, but by all means,
if you're a viewer or a listener or a watcher or whatever, and you buy these, please let me touch them once. I'll wash my hands first.
What if they live in Cambodia?
Well, they have to come here. I'm not going to Cambodia. At most. Nah, I won't even go to Pahrump. Fuck Pahrump. Not even Henderson. Fuck Henderson.
I don't mind Henderson.
Parts of Henderson.
Parts of Henderson.
But yeah, so that was shoe news. I'm gonna wrap it up. We got I got 4 things left. In a new Batman comic, he has a new villain.
I like that then.
It's a creepypasta. We're getting Candle Cove. Batman is dealing with Candle Cove. I have not read the issue, and I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to spoil it for myself and also spoil it for you guys. So go check it out. Comic book stores need your support anyways.
I do like the idea of a creepypasta like leaning its head in.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was like Killer Jeff or something, I was like, or Jeff the Killer.
Smile look.
Yeah, like it was like, huh. I do appreciate the idea that an urban legend can just turn the tide and say, hey, we're here now.
Yeah. There's a really cool episode of Supernatural where they're dealing with the fact that someone uses like a sigil or something like that makes it to where people believed in something enough and it created it real. Like an urban legend was believed in enough in a town that it caused it to actually exist.
Oh.
Yeah. My last couple things here. We're getting a live action Magical School Bus movie, which will have Elizabeth Banks as Miss Frizzle.
Okay.
As long as it's still informative, I'm cool for it.
Yeah.
Disney.
Frizz? No way.
There's a lot of back and forth on it about how this is. Disney is reportedly changing Splash Mountain to be Princess Frog rather than being Briar Rabbit because of its connection to
Song of the South.
Song of the South. So there's talks that it's because of the petition that was signed, but there's also talks that Disney was working on this long before the petition happened, just because you got to breathe new life into things, get people writing them again, and that they just went, fuck it, we haven't started construction, but we'll announce it because the petition's going around. So I don't actually know officially what caused them to make this decision, but the reality is Princess Frog has nothing at the park, so it's nice for her to get something. So
fair.
And lastly, Chicken Run 2. We're getting Chicken Run 2. Mel Gibson will not be coming back for his character. But yeah, that's going to be a thing.
My glasses are broken. I feel like breaking them again.
You like Chicken Run? I love Chicken Run. I don't want to be a pie. I like gravy. I like Wallace and Gromit also. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm neutral to Wallace and Gromit. Come on, Gromit.
So, I think my favorite's when they go to the moon to try to eat the cheese. But that's what we got for you guys tonight.
Yeah, another shorty. Nothing too extraneous.
I mean, we could sit there and talk about the Steam sale all day. We could sit there and talk about the new games announced all day. But the reality is it's going to get fucking boring listening to us just talking about it.
Yeah.
We want to talk about the things that we have something to say on, not the things that we're like, this is the thing. This is the thing. So, I don't have a prepared coffee pun. I dropped the ball. Okay. So we're going to go and see if I can find a random one.
Well, while you're trying to find one, I wanted to make mention, just in case you guys didn't notice it, Critical Role released a statement by the lovely Marisha Ray stating that, hey, we're coming back. It's going to be pre-recorded episodes, July 2nd. Critical Role's coming back, episode 100. Get excited, you know? Yeah. They've been gone almost 3 months now. And, I mean, it's one of the very few podcasts that I listen to on my, and in exchange for making this podcast, you know, I feel like it's a tie that I need
listen to so many different podcasts. It's insane.
Like I feel like to make a podcast, you need to listen to podcasts. Yeah. You know, and all the ones that I listen to are either done with their campaign, pretty much do the same talking that we do. So it's gonna just cycle us in a circle of just cycling the same information, or they're just on hiatus because of this COVID nonsense. So I'm glad that we're getting some more. I want more.
I started one the other day. It's Monsters on Microphones or something like that, and they're playing Monster of the Week is the name of the tabletop game. And it's really cool. The concept is you deal with a monster of the week. And so like each one's got like the character builds are kind of like preset things, like your different thing. Like so one of them's like a demon that was accidentally summoned into this world. Another one's like he's the one that had like a shocking experience when he was a kid that caused him to be interested into the cryptids and stuff like that. Another one had like a cryptid that like killed a friend or something in this like the world of like all this shit killed a friend, and so now they like work to hunt monsters. And it's actually a lot of fun.
That actually sounds really nice. You'll have to give me that one when we're done. Or actually, you can plug it here if you want it.
Well, it's good. It's Monsters on Mic. The game
Mic.
Is Monsters of the Week, the actual tabletop game. They've got an episode 0 where they kind of explain how the game works. You listen to them build their characters and build their world, which is a lot of fun and actually really interesting for me. It made me want to get the game. The problem was the last 20 minutes, they got food and one of them was eating on mic, and I just wanted to fucking strangle them.
Yeah, no.
But no, the actual episodes they're very high quality. I think there's only been one episode where it got weird, and it was they had like an odd double audio thing for a little bit. So
to where like if I was shouting, your mic would catch it and it doubled up.
It was happening for everyone, whether they were shouting or not. It was weird. I don't know what caused it.
I think it might have been.
It only happened for a few minutes.
Okay. But I'm probably going to listen to that one just because I have nothing now.
Yeah, there's about 18 episodes. They're about half an hour episodes. So
Okay. Oh, that's actually not bad.
yeah, I've been listening to them all. Well, the first episode is like the episode 0 when they're showing up is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. But yeah, the episodes themselves are pretty short. And they're current. I think their last episode released just a few months ago. So I think they might be on a break right now, but I think they're coming back.
I would like to have another type of podcast that one for like Call of Cthulhu, because the Call of Cthulhu mystery.
These guys did do Call of Cthulhu at one point, so if you like their Monsters of the Week one, find their Call of Cthulhu.
Okay, because Call of Cthulhu and you got me into Delta Green.
Delta Green because of Pretending to Be People.
Yeah, I skipped a few and I got lost.
Yeah, I haven't listened in a while.
I apologize, guys.
We'll get back into it probably.
I'll probably have to marathon it, but it is very confusing.
It was very confusing before all that. They were starting to cross a lot of like stories, and I was getting confused. Yeah. I hope to one day stream a tabletop game myself.
I would love to.
And that might be something we eventually do once we get a little bit more set.
Yeah.
So that's all we got.
The camera made it. Woo.
All right. I hope you guys had a latte laughs.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.